Good evening. Welcome back to Glisten News. In the Western Cape, disaster management teams will continue monitoring riverlands after the Weather Service predicted more disruptive winds and rainfall. Over 220 people were displaced when the walls of 3 dam retention walls burst, flooding more than 50 homes. Colin Diener, the executive director of the province's disaster management, stated that a delegation from the National Department of Human Settlements would visit the area to assess the damage. Humanitarian assistance is ongoing in the affected Riverlands and Chatsworth areas, with the National Department planning to provide emergency housing for those affected. Former Miss South Africa contestant Chidima Adetshina has withdrawn from the pageant amid controversy over her citizenship, following allegations that her Mozambican mother committed identity fraud in 2001. In a new development, Adetshina has received an invitation to participate in Miss Universe Nigeria. While the offer acknowledges her recent challenges, it has sparked criticism, with some questioning the fairness of her inclusion in the competition. South Africans could see the end of load shedding as soon as October this year, thanks to significant improvements in Eskom's performance. The utility has successfully met the country's energy demands for over 120 days, marking a milestone in its recovery. Last week, Eskom's energy availability factor exceeded 70% for the first time in 3.5 years, a critical benchmark for ending load shedding. Energy analyst Chris Yelland praised Eskom's turnaround, highlighting reduced unplanned breakdowns and increased generation capacity. On the 23rd of July, Eskom reached 35,000 megawatts of available capacity, the highest in 6 years. This progress, coupled with external factors like small-scale embedded generation, has fueled optimism that load shedding could be permanently eliminated by late 2024. However, while Eskom's achievements are commendable, challenges remain, and both Eskom and President Cyril Ramaphosa have urged caution, warning that the electricity system remains vulnerable. Mia Leroux, a 28-year-old from Sasolburg in the Free State, made history by being crowned Miss South Africa 2024, becoming the first winner with profound hearing loss. Diagnosed at just 1 year old, Leroux, who was raised in Oudtshoorn in the Western Cape, triumphed over finalists Nompumelelo Maduna and Onelena Constantine. The event, hosted by media personality Boning Mathiba, featured performances by Jessie Clegg, Kamo Emfler, and others, with a star-studded attendance, including former Miss South Africa title holders and various A-list celebrities. The diverse all-women judging panel was chaired by former Miss South Africa 2014 Rolene Strauss. Interest rate expectations in the US have shifted to anticipating rapid cuts, with 3 sizable cuts possibly before year-end. This follows weaker than expected jobs data and rising unemployment. The rand in South Africa could benefit from US rate cuts, but local rate cut projections remain unchanged. Markets expect the SARB to cut rates slowly, starting with 25 basis points in September and November. A delay in South Africa's cuts could strengthen the rand, benefiting inflation. However, cutting rates too early or aggressively could weaken the rand and worsen inflation. An 84-year-old grandmother from Limpopo, Nkawonyan Ramfiza, is suffering severe complications after allegedly being given antiretroviral drugs instead of her arthritis medication at Kwerelogt Clinic in the Sekhukhune region. Ramfiza, who is blind, unknowingly took the wrong medication until her family's online research revealed the error. Her son, Lekawar, expressed frustration with the public healthcare system and the nurse's attitude, vowing to take legal action. The Provincial Health Department is investigating the incident. At least 21 bodies have been recovered from the site of a plane crash in Venhado, Snow Paulo, where a twin-engine turboprop operated by Vopas crashed, killing all 62 people on board. The ATR-72-500, carrying 57 passengers and 4 crew, was en route from Cascavel, Parana, to São Paulo's Guarulhos airport when it crashed in a residential area. Authorities have retrieved the flight recorders as they investigate the cause of the crash, Brazil's worst so far. Finally, the Africa Centre for Disease Control, Africa CDC, has raised concerns over the growing number of Mpox cases across the continent, with Director General Dr. Jean Kaseya reporting that all 5 regions are affected and 6 new countries have reported cases in the last 5 days, while 18 others remain at high risk. The rapid spread of Mpox, particularly in the Eastern Democratic Republic of Congo, where 60% of cases are children under 15, is attributed to physical and sexual interactions. Dr. Kaseya highlighted the challenges in managing the disease, including insecurity, inadequate global attention, and limited vaccine supplies, leading to calls for more equitable access to vaccines. Africa CDC is working to secure 10 million doses of vaccines, starting with 200,000 doses, to address the outbreak. The first human case of Mpox was recorded in 1970 in the DRC, and the 2022 outbreak saw the disease spread to countries where it had not previously occurred.